Our topic is Holy Land is Africa. Yes. Religion is a big scam. Why do you say this?
Oh, well, because like I said again earlier, when you look at Abraham, our father, okay, being born in Terra, in Niger, where we have the issue in Niger. This is our father waking our people up, don't get me wrong, okay? Abraham was born in Niger. And from Niger, our father said, Abraham, come out of there. And Abraham passed through the land of Haran. Haran, that was the land called Nigeria now, okay? Which is the land of Aram at that one time. Aram was changed to Syria. That's why they changed it to Syria. And they moved Syria outside of Africa. And Damasak, which is the northern part of Nigeria, was also changed to Damascus, and to move the name outside. Ashur, which is Algeria, was also changed to Assyria. Why? Move the name out again too also. Ownership, they're taking ownership of the thing. That's what they're doing. They're crooks, they're thieves.
Who are those?
The Gentiles.
Who are the Gentiles now?
Again, the Gentiles are the white, the Arabs, and the Asian people. They are Gentiles. Those are Gentiles. Now, a black man cannot be Gentile unless you were born from one of their fathers. I have 6 sons born in different places, born from the Gentile woman. 2 were born in Germany. Okay? But they're still same as your seed. If any one of us here, they're the same as us because they come from me. But when one of our sisters have a child coming from these Gentiles, your children is a Gentile. Sorry. Sorry.
You are watching The Biggest. That's your opinion anyways.
No, not my opinion. Leviticus chapter 24, go read it. Not my opinion, it's my Father's word. The seed comes from the man, not from the woman. The woman bears the seed. The woman is the incubator. It is the man that put the seeds in the woman. So genealogy comes from the man, not from the woman. You can get it from the women too also, don't get me wrong. The paternal DNA, Y DNA. But it's the man. It's the man's seed. Man controls all things. This is our father's land, not mother's land. Don't get me wrong. Not like Chinese, mother's land. This is our father's land. Why?
Don't we say Ghana our motherland?
Everything belongs...
God bless our homeland, Ghana. Is it not our motherland?
That's what they say, but it's wrong. It's the father's land. Because this land was given to Abraham, from Abraham to Issachar, from Issachar to Akobi, our father, to the 12 tribes of Akobi here. So
Akobi is just Jacob, those who are asking.
Yes, correct.
Akobi means Jacob.
Yes.
Because they believe that the letter J was not there before.
Yes, it wasn't there.
Okay, so we are listening to you. The reason you say Holy Land is Africa and religion is a big scam, that's a huge statement.
It's a truth statement. I can prove anybody right now from the phone. If you got a map, I can show you that. Like I said, I will give you 2 scenarios in reference to the Holy Land being Africa, in reference being the journeys of Abraham, or journeys of Abraham. Excuse me, journey of Abraham. I will give it to you. Our father Abraham comes from Terra, Niger. From Niger, he went from Terra. From Niger,
you've said that.
Yes, he come to Haran.
Assyria. You can continue from Assyria.
Yeah, okay. From Haran, he comes to Bethel in East Watini, down there, which is called AI, in between. And our father, in the book of Genesis, chapter 12, okay, our father tell Abraham to go down into Egypt. Down is always north, and according to direction in the Bible. Up is always south. And remember, as Africa, south is high elevation compared to north. North is down elevation. That's why we have spring first here. We are 6 months ahead of the northern hemisphere. We should not be following a calendar given to us by these Gentiles. That's their calendar. We need to go back to our calendar. We are 6 months ahead of them. Why should you be behind them? The same thing as them. We are not the same as them. Forget about that. So when Abraham was coming from Genesis chapter 11, Genesis chapter 13, when Abraham, our father, was coming out from Egypt, he says, come up out and come south again, coming back to Bethel. From Bethel, our father, I'm just going to make it short, our father went to Memory, which is Hebron, Cape Town, and died there. And died in Cape Town. Died in Cape Town. Our father Abraham has never left Africa. Never, never. It's a lie. And our father Abraham, according to Genesis chapter 12, verse 2, is supposed to be a great nation. Why? That nation from Issachar to Akobi, which is his children. One great nation. Though Abraham had many children. And then his name is supposed to be great. There's nowhere that his name is supposed to be changed. Then what they've done, they created a new story for our father in the book of Genesis chapter 17, changing our father's name from Abraham to Abraham, adding their lineage in our father's name, Ham. Who's Ham? Ham are the children of Cain, the Gentiles. That's who Ham is. Because why? In according to Genesis chapter 9, Japhet. And by the way, if you can go and Google it if you want. When you type the word, when you put the name Israel there, on the Google translation, you will see that Israel means Japhet. In Isikol's language, also there. So when they did all these changes and stuff, you know, they basically want to confuse us. They want to keep us away from our heritage because they're stealing us. That's what they are. They are thieves. They are thieves, period. They are thieves. Even Moses tells you that. He says in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, are correct, your enemy shall be found liars unto you. Now, who's our enemies? Who's the greatest enemy of the black and brown people? Man, I've been in a lot of countries, and I've seen how black people get stomped on, trodden upon, hated upon. We ain't done nothing to them. All of a sudden, hey, nigga, go back here. Nigga, do this. Nigga, do that. I've been through that. I lived that. My father lived it. Even as a young man, I asked him, I said, Pops, why is it people hate you so much? Why? He said, son, it's because of my color. I'm a black man. So for that reason, I wanted to know why, you know, my father was hated. And I started studying and believe in studying. I study a lot, trust me. I study a lot until my father gave me the truth. Because when you seek in the truth, the Father, you will find the Father. When you seek for the truth, you will find the Father. Okay? So this is why Africa is the Holy Land. This is the direction. Now, if you take the same scenario from Genesis 12 and 13 and take it and apply it in this, we call the Levant. Now, the Levant, I was there for 6 years doing the Iraqi freedom because I'm an American citizen. I was there, you know, handling. I was in Talil, Bayab, Anaconda, Cedar. And in Talil, where you got the ziggurat, this is where supposedly Abraham was born. So I was there, supposedly in his house. No lie, my sister. I was there. I had a whole bunch of pictures, you know, thinking this is Abraham's place and this is and that. Interlaid because it was secured by the military. We, the United States government, we had secured that area, you know, so nobody can come inside. Only the military or those who want to come in here, they had to be officials. You see what I'm saying? So we had blocked it. Okay? So when you look at this place here, and you look at the map, and you look at the location, especially when you get to Genesis chapter 12, verse 9, it says this right here is Ur, where Abraham come from. Well, right after Ur, you got Basra. In Basra, after Basra, you have the ocean, the Indian Ocean. And by the way, they call it Indian Ocean. It's not because the Indian, the country, it's because of Ethiopia was also called India. Not because India, that, you know, that second-hand country. No, because of Africa.
Second-hand country.
Okay? Because of Africa. That's why it's called Indian Ocean, it's for your information. So, if Abraham, and this is supposed to be Haran, this is supposed to be Canaan, this is what's supposed to be Abraham is traveling for, to go to the land of Canaan. Land of Canaan is always in the south now. Mind you, Abraham is here. Is this south? No, that's not south. That's north.
But we know, we've heard, it's not we know, it's all over, that the map itself is being turned upside down.
Regardless if the map has been turned upside down, it's still the wrong location.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, regardless, because south is up, north is down.
But let me ask this. According to what you just, the places where you just pointed, what has this thing got to do with Abraham being buried in Turkey?
Abraham was, my sister, Abraham was never born in Turkey. It's a lie. Abraham
no,
was
not born there, buried.
Yeah, that's one. He was never buried in Turkey. He was born in Mamre, in one of the caves there.
So the tomb in Turkey and the building about...
All lies. All lies, my sister, all lies. If they have anything that belongs to our father Abraham, it was stolen from South Africa, in West Africa, in Sub-Sahara period. Everything that the Europeans has that's in the museum, identifying coming from the Levant area in Turkey. My sister, why would our father, you know, put anything in Turkey? Mount Ararat is in South Africa. You can Google Mount Ararat in South Africa, you'll find it there. That's where the Noahs are. Okay, I'll tell you what. Noah came out of the ark in Turkey, and he got all those animals, and those animals, hey, no, I'm not going to stay. I'm going to go to Africa now. Oh, come on now. Give me a break. The animals is exactly where they landed, in Africa, not some Turkey.
Even now, we have just 1%.
Yes.
Because we decided not to care.
Yes. It's just that, you know, we've been brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? We as people have been brainwashed to believe that everything in the Bible that they've put there is true. No, they put lies in there. They change it, especially the New Testament. They changed that a lot. There's two stories. There's the black man story in the book of Acts chapter 5, book of Acts chapter 10, where they hung on a tree. And then there's the white man story that's taken all the everything from my father on Yankapon. Everything must be in Yankapon's name. When you pray, it's in Yankapon's name. He's the Father. He's the Creator. We, the Bantu people, we are the light to the world. Isn't that what it says? That we'll be a blessing to the world. So why is it? A blessing is the light. Why you?
So why are we poor?
Why? Oh, it's because of our iniquity. We've forsaken our Father, and we don't want to return. That's why the Father said, look at this beautiful dress you have on there. But only a piece of that dress is salvageable. Because why? The rest of us are stiff-necked, hard-headed, are not willing to listen to our Father. We continue walking away from our Father. Instead of doing very simple thing, humble ourselves, return, and our Father will gather together.
And where was our father when we were being enslaved? Where was he?
Because of our iniquities of our father.
What kind of iniquities did we
forsaken our father, like right now.
Why did we forsake him?
Because we wanted to be like the other nation. Doesn't it say that in the book of Ezekiel chapter 20? We wanted to be like them.
We
are the light of the world.
We are the light of the world. We are the we are the Akabulen, the origin of all mankind.
Yes.
So those people, where did they spring from?
They are offsprings of the fallen angels. Yeah, they don't have our DNA. They have 6 series DNA. They did that themselves. They have 6 series DNA. We have 9 series DNA. They are not our brothers. They're offsprings of fallen angel, period. They're not our brothers. They don't have nothing to do with us. We don't have nothing to do with them. Debian in your Yami, yeah. Debian in your Revelations, yo. And that's why today is another one in DJ Khalid's voice. Hey! Yeah, we have nothing to do with
you brought your own.
Oh, no, I brought the Nyankapon. I didn't bring me. I don't have my own. What do I have? I'm just a man like you. I'm just a man. I don't have.
So, explain. You are saying this is the Holy Land because you feel the names is being taken away. And how?
Not feel, my sister. Not feel. I don't feel nothing.
Okay.
Forget about my feeling. My feeling means nothing. My feeling, my opinion means nothing.
Okay.
What I'm speaking is the words of my father in the book, specifically and identified with terms of geographic location in the Bible. It specifically tell you that Africa is the Holy Land. All the names are still in Africa till this day. They couldn't remove the name. No, they can't remove the name, but they can change the name and then remove it. You see what I'm saying? The white men's are thieves. They just want to claim everything.
I told someone River Nile is still in Africa.
They're thieves. You know what I'm saying? And if we ever want, see, look, you know, people talk about Africa needs to unite. Africa can never unite, first and foremost. Why? Let me tell you why. Because we, the Bantu people, we are the one that must unite. Because Sub-Sahara, we are the kings and queens of this world. We are the one that rule this world. Everybody is submission to us. Everyone will honor us. So Africa can never unite the way we want it to unite. Because why? Let me backtrack a little bit. In 556 BC, the Gentile took over. The last kingdom upon this earth of the black and brown kingdom was the kingdom of the Babylon kingdom coming from the sons of Nimrod in Sudan. Since 556 BC to now, which is 2,576 years, the Gentile has been ruling. The white people has been ruling, not the black people. You understand? So they are wicked. You know what I'm saying? And as the Bible says, the fourth king would even get worse. And that's exactly what happened. Because they know their time span is ending. Why? Because the 400 years of captivity, which is in the book of Genesis chapter 15, verse 13 and 14, was outside Africa, not in Africa, not in Egypt. That's a lie. Egypt, we spent 210 years probably, in the book of Joshua, 210 years as oppressed. That's it, finish. The rest of the time, we were the best over there. We were the best of the best. So then when we crossed the river, when you look at the Bible, journey of Jacob, journey of Akobi, our father, Cairo, Egypt, Sudan. Then he crossed, not the Red Sea now, not the line, not he didn't go east now. You got to look now. You got to read the Bible with the concordance. He crossed the river. Okay, if you don't believe me, all you got to do is Exodus 14, 15, and 16. Go to Exodus 17, verse 5, I believe. It says, when our people was complaining to Moses about the water in Marah, and our father says, Moses, use the rod that you used to strike the river, the Nile River. Okay? not the ocean, not the sea, but anyway, when you look at the concordance, the word sea means large body of river. These white people know what they've done. Just like they took a lake and they made it a gully. How is a gully? What is a gully? A gully is a body of water where, like this couch right here, the water comes in, it goes this way, and it comes out that way. The water comes in this way. That's called a galley. Like in Cape Town, we have a galley. You know what I'm saying? And then they call the Lake Tiberias a galley. That's not a galley, it's a lake. What are you, stupid? You the one that told us geographic, you know, how things is. You see? So anyway, like I said, everything that these Gentiles have done is wrong. You know, like I said, Book of Deuteronomy, your enemies will be found liars unto you. They are enemies. They are liars.
There is no need for crying over a spilled milk. Give us structures. Give us structures. What do you think we can do?
What we can do?
Yes.
Oh, it's not a matter what what I think, because what I think doesn't matter. Okay, just like all these other leaders, Kwame Nkrumah did a good job, but he wasn't doing things in our Father's name. We have to go back to our Father. That's rule number one. We have to abandon every religion that they have created. Abandon it.
Such
as Christianity, Islam, Judaism, okay? Jesus, Lord, God, Yahweh, Yahweh, Elohim. Get rid of these names. Go back to your Father. Return to your Father, because there you will find rest. Man can never find rest unless you find rest with your Father. It is your Father that gives you salvation. You see? So if we humble ourselves, as it says in the book 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14, if we humble ourselves, our Father will humble these wicked people to come and bow down to us.
But you keep quoting the Gentile book.
It's not a Gentile book, it's our book.
It's not. No, it's not. So who wrote it?
We wrote it. They stole it from us. They plagiarized it.
Give me a little history about this book.
All the books, because remember our story. Remember the story. Every king that sits upon the throne must write, copy what the laws and everything. So you know, so we had a lot of kings. So a lot of it was copied. You see what I'm saying? So when the Gentile came into Africa, way before you know, this 16 and 1800, you know what I'm saying? They start taking and do a geographic and start zoning everything. Zoning everything. Because why? They're about to make big changes and stuff. So all this is preparation. Just like they end up with Jesus being 666, same as Lucifer, all this preparation. They know exactly what they're doing and stuff, you know? So they took all our literatures and they brought it to the Vatican. The Vatican has everything, because the Vatican is the king of the world, according to Revelation. The Vatican is the one that's in charge. Everybody's under the Vatican, because the Vatican is the one that gave them authority to come and pick us up and bring us into slavery. The Vatican is in charge. Though he looks quiet, he's sitting there, but he's the sixth, you know, the sixth hill, sixth mountain. That's the Vatican sitting there. The beast, the dragon, given to the beast. That's the Vatican.
Vatican is the beast.
Vatican is the beast, yeah, Vatican is the beast. And they created Christianity, just like they created Islam. They created Islam too. Islam is another religion that they created. They know what they have done. They created all these things to keep us in confusion. Then they gave us Israelite. They gave us Judaism. Then they gave us Islam. So when we start coming awakened to who we are, spiritually and physically and more, then we got all these stumbling blocks. That's why our Father said, remove the stumbling block from my people. You know what I'm saying? So we have all these stumbling blocks that keep us away from the Father. So they did all this on purpose. So every book that they have, literature, they plagiarize it, and a little bit comes here, a little bit comes there, because they never want to give us the truth. But they have to give us the truth, because that's how Satan works. They give us lies, but they come truth also.
Okay, so the structures, what can we do as Africans to get to liberate ourselves?
Again, like I said, we have to come together. Yeah, especially the Bantu people. Because it is the Bantu that rules the world. It's the Bantu.
Can you tell me where we can find all these Bantu people? Is there any sign? Is there any mark to find them?
If you know, a lot of our African brothers and sisters, they know the genealogy of their father. They say, oh, my father said that we came from Israel, or we came from Egypt and stuff. If you know that scenario there, if you know that scenario, you should know that scenario is you coming from captivity for the 200 years of slavery from them. So you know for sure you're a Bantu. If the spirit of our Father is in you, you will know too also that you are Bantu, because you're searching for the truth. You see what I'm saying? That's how you can identify the Bantus and stuff. And the more we come together, the more we learn about who we are. But the only thing I can say in reference to how we can get strong, the Bantu, I'm only interested in the Bantu, like in Matthew chapter 10. Go and get these lost people and bring them back together. I'm not interested in the whole world. It have nothing to do with me. I'm only interested about my people. We're about, I would say we're probably almost 2 billion people across the world, here, Africa and everywhere else. Everybody else is not my problem. I'm only interested about my people. That's it.
And how? Okay. What's the sign for us to know? You said anybody that is seeking for the truth is one of the Bantu.
It's one of the Bantu
so
people. So
everybody that has his or her consciousness is one of them.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Then
because the spirit of our fathers in the spirit of fathers
is in them.
For the truth.
Okay, so that's number one structure. What else can we do?
What else can we do as a people? That, my sister, you know, it's not much I can say other than to just keep searching for the truth and return to the Father. You know what I'm saying? Because this world is created. We're in Satan's world. We're in his world. We're in his system. This is his system. So you have to elevate yourself and remove yourself from all the obstacle created by the Gentiles. So basically, anything that you have learned from the Gentile, you have to take it, throw it out. Throw it out. Throw it in the garbage. It's no good for you. Just throw it out. All your education, everything you have, just throw it out. Because it's not going to do you no good. There's no salvation in it. Because when you read the book of Jeremiah, specifically, can anything that the Gentile have created do anything? No, it can't do nothing for you. It cannot save you. So you have to clean your mind, you know, clean your hard drive inside here. And after you clean it, you can gradually return to your Father. And then as we start doing that, and by the way, get rid of all these presidents. All of every single one of them got to go. Bring back the kings, bring back the priests, and get rid of all these presidents. This is a place, this is a land that belongs with kings and queens. Why do we need something given to us by the Gentile? We don't need no president. We need kings. We need kings. These presidents should give back the power to the king. Give the king back the power. Because only the kings will start running it right. Because we will make sure that he sits in the king, do the right job.
Is it not these kings that sold us into slavery? Have you forgotten about that?
Oh, yeah, the kings sold us into slavery. Yeah, of course they sold us into slavery. Look, let me tell you something about slavery. Let's put it this way. Did we sell Jacob, still Joseph to slavery? Yes, we did. And what happened to Joseph? Joseph would never accept, he would not accept his 11 brothers or his 10 brothers until they repent. You see? So when we look at reparation for the black and brown people and for the things that the people has done for us, let's look at two different ways. Even the black and brown people that is here, who are not Bantu, they must pay reparation to the Bantu. Oh, yes! You were facilitated. You are one of those who sold us to these.
Now you know how Bantus are suffering in this continent.
Of course we suffer.
You know.
Of course.
So you don't even have your peace not to think of respiration.
Let me finish now. I'm talking about how things are going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So the Gentiles also got to give us reparation. The Gentile will acknowledge us. They have no choice. They will acknowledge us in the land that we are sojourned, or the land that we've been taken.
Are you aware recently the president of Ghana said he's looking for reparation from these people?
From the Gentiles. Yes. He's not going to get it that way. No. That's not the law. That's not the prophecy. The prophecy is that when our Father has made these people to acknowledge who we are, because he's punishing them right now, because he's changing the system. We're in our Father's system right now. We are going into his system. So he's going to be punishing them. They're going to be making fighting against each other. Because they're going to be scrambling again for Africa like they did before in 1884. To divide Africa, as is spoken in the book of Joel, chapter 3, and also in the book of Daniel. Divide the land for gain. You see? That's how they are. As it's in the book of Luke, they are the benefactor. Chapter 22.
Okay, so looking at all this coup that is going on recently, You've heard about it.
I'm glad. Yeah, Gabon, Niger,
South Africa, Niger, and what do you think? What do you think that thing is? Is it just a coup, or you think it has some?
It's a revolution. It's a revolution. It's not a coup. It's not a coup. A revolution is that we as a people, black and brown people, we are tired of us leaders giving what our natural resource to these wicked people, just like that, for nothing. Why should we keep giving them our natural resource while our people suffer? So the young leaders waking up, the generals or the captains and stuff, it's a revolution. It's not
I was saying this in one of my videos that they should be careful, and people were getting me wrong that I should rather warn ECOWAS. You tell the ones you love to be careful, because you don't want to lose anybody.
You don't want your brothers and your sisters.
So I was telling them to be careful.
There's nothing wrong with saying
people, that. So if you should have their audience right now, what advice will you give to them?
To them?
South Africa, Niger, Mali, Mali, and Niger.
I'm a very hot court according to my father now. If you ask my opinion, this is my opinion.
Yes.
I will tell the law. As far as I'm concerned, get rid of all those coconuts. Every single one of them. Destroy them. Why? Because they're facilitated to the Europeans, to the Gentiles. They don't need to be in our land. And take everything they have and give it to the people.
I understand that, but the way our people should approach it, because I think we've lost enough. We don't want to lose any soul anymore. Though we will die, but we don't want any of our brothers' soul to be trapped in their hands.
My sister. When it comes to wickedness, regardless if our own people, you must get rid of wickedness. We shouldn't be fragile when it comes to wicked people. Wicked people must go.